Manchester United striker Mason Greenwood may become a Juventus player, reports The Sun. According to the source, the Turin club wants to take advantage of the uncertainty of the future of the football player in the MU and offer him the opportunity to perform at a high level again. The Juventus management believes that former Mancunian midfielder Paul Pogba can play an important role in the transition, influencing the 21-year-old Englishman. The Italian club will attempt to rent a player next summer. Barcelona midfielder Franck Kessie will leave the team in the summer transfer window and move to Tottenham. The English club is ready to immediately pay €25 million for the Ivorian football player. This is reported by journalist Luis Miguelsance on Twitter. According to the source, the Blue Garnet have not yet notified the player of his departure, but a similar decision has already been made. 26-year-old Kessie moved to Barcelona as a free agent in the summer of 2022. The sale of a football player who scored 3 goals and gave 3 assists in 39 meetings is probably related to the financial situation of Barcelona. The club needs money, and taking into account the fact that Tottenham is ready to pay the entire amount for Kessie in one tranche. This transfer will be a profitable solution for Xavi's team. Brazilian footballers playing for Real Madrid want to reunite with PSG striker Neymar at the Madrid club and ask the management about it, Tadafakis reports. According to the source, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo Goes and Eder Militao want to see Neymar in the team. These players have an excellent relationship with Neymar. For several years they have been playing together with him for the national team of their country. It is reported that at the moment the Cream are not negotiating with PSG on a possible transfer of Neymar. However, the bosses of the Royal Club can listen to the opinion of their leaders. Real Madrid president Florentino Perez really wanted to get Neymar a few years ago. This may encourage him to buy the Brazilian in the upcoming transfer window. 38-year-old Rennes goalkeeper Steve Mandanda took part in the match of the 34th round of the French Ligue 1 with Nice, 1-2. The match was the 500th for the player in the highest league of the French Championship. Mandanda became the 3rd footballer in the XXI century to be noted for such an achievement. Previously, Ilton, 512 games, and Florent Balmont, 513, managed it. Mandanda started his career at Le Havre. Before joining Rennes, the goalkeeper played in Marseille and English Crystal Palace. Steve also played for the French national team, in which he became the world champion in 2018. Real Madrid became the first among Spanish clubs to win 100 trophies, according to the Twitter of the journalist Mr. Chip, Alexis. Recall that Real Madrid beat Osasuna with a score of 2 in the final match of the Spanish Cup, 1. As part of the winners, Rodrigo scored a double. Lucas Toro scored the only goal for Osasuna. For Madrid, this victory was the 20th in the Spanish Cup and the first since 2014. Also, the Royal Club has 35 wins in the Spanish Championship, 12 in the Spanish Super Cup, 1 in the Eva Duarte Cup, 1 in the Spanish League Cup, 14 in the Champions League, 2 in the UEFA Cup, 5 in the European Super Cup, 2 in the Latin American Cup, 3 in the Intercontinental Cup, 5 in the Club World Cup. On May 6, the match of the 34th round of the Italian Serie A ended, in which Milan hosted Lazio. The meeting ended with the victory of the hosts with a score of 2-0. At the very beginning of the match, Portuguese winger Rafael Lowe was injured in Milan. At the 10th minute, the player was replaced and left the field. According to preliminary information and reports from various sources, Lowe suffered damage to the adductor muscle of the thigh. PSG striker Lionel Messi can stay in the French team, with which his contract expires in the summer of 2023. This is reported by Footmercato. According to the source, the Parisians made a favorable offer to the 35-year-old football player to extend his contract. Earlier, it was reported that Messi was suspended from training with the Paris club for 2 weeks. This has not been officially confirmed, but the Argentine wrote an apology to the PSG staff and players on his social networks. It should be noted that there are two kinds of news about the possible return of the 35-year-old Messi to Barcelona. Initially, it was reported that the Blue-Garnet are doing everything to sign the Argentine. But other sources write that such a transition is still impossible due to the financial capabilities of Barcelona. Defender of Bayern Munich and the Canadian national team Alphonso Davies was recognized as the best player of the year by the Confederation of Football of North and Central America and the Caribbean, CONCACAF. Together with the Canadian national team, Davies qualified for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. For the 22-year-old football player, this is the second award in a row. Before that, only Costa Rica goalkeeper Keylor Navas managed to do this in 2014 and 2017.